Central American rainforests have the highest biodiversity in the world. Hello, I'm Nancy Perlman. On this edition of Econews, we visit Costa Rica, a country that has over 30% of its land and wildlife protected in public and private reserves. Stay with us as we enjoy the natural beauty and have great adventures getting close to plants and animals. Here's the entrance to the Tortuguero National Park, an internationally recognized biosphere. We're ready to have our wildlife adventure.
Bienvenidos. Welcome to Tortuguero National Park. It is a well-recognized world park, very visited by the way. The beauty, the natural, is mainly canals. Everything is done by boat. Go shopping, boat. Go to movies, we don't have it here. Boat. Go to restaurant, boat. Boats, night and day.
Tortuguero National Park is internationally recognized by the Ramsar Convention. And here we get to be so close to the wildlife. The baby caiman, the mother caiman, the toucans, the monkeys, the iguanas, and so much more wildlife. How great to have breakfast on the river, La Laguna de Tortuguero. And there's so much delicious food that one can enjoy.
Hi, my name is Adriana Gutierrez, working with Pro Imagen Costa Rica Association, who promotes Costa Rica as a destiny, and we love music. We have a very enjoyable dance. Hey Nancy, I'm gonna show you some steps.
Welcome to Mystico Arenal Hanging Bridges Park. My name is Julio Mendez. I'm one of the tour guides of the area. In this park, which is private reserve, we have 16 different bridges. 6 of them are hanging. The trail distance is about 3 kilometers, which is like 2 miles. And during these 2 miles, you spend about 2 hours, 2.5, enjoying of nature, seeing different type of animals, different type of trees and plants. You can see monkeys, sloths, snakes, frogs, lots of hummingbirds and butterflies. Not all the time, it's nature, but usually when you come with a naturalist tour guide, you can see lots of different animals, lots of different experiences. This is a park, a rainforest with a lot of different wildlife.
The suspension bridges allows one to get high above the forest floor so we can see a different ecosystem in the treetops, as well as get a beautiful view of the rivers below.
Jennifer Janone. I'm from Ventura, California, and we're here in lovely Costa Rica at the Hacienda Guachi Peling.
And I'm Irene Mefford, and I'm with my family. I'm also from Ventura, California. We're having a great time here in beautiful Costa Rica. You should be here.
It's God's country. We went river rafting, we did mud baths, we horseback riding, we got massages. It's been a day from heaven.
Hello, welcome to the Lost Iguana Hotel. We are a rainforest hotel. We have 42 rooms immersed into the rainforest, giving you the main idea to get lost into the jungle. We give you sensations. You hear the frogs, you hear the crickets, the birds. This boutique hotel offers you standards, luxury suites, villas for families. We have the main restaurant, a small restaurant by the bar, the pool area. We offer you the spa with the sensation of the river next to the spa, with the feelings of the noises, natural noises that we have, all immersed into primary rainforest.
Here in the La Fortuna region is the Arenal Volcano and Conservation Area. The Hotel Lost Iguana has incredible adventures, beautiful locale, and the restaurant, the Blue Hibiscus, is going sustainable. We have here the 100% biodegradable, 100% compostable, made out of plant straw. Here at the Doka Estate, we can sample coffee before it's imported into the United States and tour the plantation to see how it is grown and raised.
Hey amigos, welcome to Doka. My name is Mauricio. I'm one of the tour guides here. On the tour, we explain the whole coffee process step by step. We explain how we pick the fruits. Coffee is hand-picked from the plants, and coffee, it will be peeled, it will be fermented, it must be dried. We see everything in the coffee mill. Then coffee will be starched, and after that, when it's roasted or exported. That's what we see on the coffee tour. And this coffee mill, it has been working for about 100 years. It was declared cultural patrimony of Costa Rica. Okay, we try to work in a sustainable way, try to protect natural resources, ecosystems. So when you buy our coffee, you are supporting the local economy, you are supporting the communities and people who work with us. Okay.
Hello, I'm Silvia Vargas. I am CEO from Eco Getaways Travel, a tour operator in Costa Rica that offer wow experiences for all worldwide travelers. In Eco Getaways, we offer hotels, accommodations, tours, and transportations throughout our beautiful country. Costa Rica is an awesome place for families, for romance, for adventure experiences.
I am wearing the traditional outfit for Costa Rica, and these are the colors found in the flag. We have blue, meaning justice, white, meaning peace, and the red represents labor. Here at the Cuatro restaurant at the Wyndham Herradura Hotel in San Jose, one can enjoy delicious international cuisine.
Marta from Spain, and we really like Costa Rica because of the environmental treatment and the ecology and everything about that.
I don't know, there's a million and one things to love about this country. I've only been here for 10 days.
We decided to come here because we
We know some people there in Spain that told us that Costa Rica was great, that has a lot of nature. You can do a lot of activities in the nature, so we came here and it's true.
We're here at the Evergreen Lodge in the heart of Tortuguero National Park. After our delicious fruit drinks, we're going to take a walk and see some of the many monkeys and other animals that are wild, visiting us while we visit them. With the windmills behind me, we're on a ridge that is the Continental Divide. Over here is the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean, and over there is the Pacific. Costa Rica is renowned for its renewable energy. Wind is one of the major sources. With these wonderful helpers and guides, all for me, I got to do 3 of the 7 zip lines, swing back and forth across the river, and they made sure I safely rock climbed up the cliff. You all are wonderful. Yeah. Pura vida. To see the forest on top of the trees at 40 kilometers an hour, we're talking about over 25 miles per hour. Beautiful. Off to hike some more. See more beautiful places.
Welcome, Nancy. How do you feel?
Thank you. It's so great to be on horseback to see the rainforest.
It's the perfect moment, right?
These horses are so comfortable.
It is.
And well taken care of and so friendly. And we can walk, trot, canter.
And it's too easy to control, right?
Yes, you use a hackamore instead of a bit, which is very much nicer for the horse.
It is.
Yes. So how many miles of horseback trail?
5, 6. We have a lot of miles.
It's going to be a nice adventure.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Incredible ride.
I'm Jason Hamilton. Thank you for watching. I'm at the Catira restaurant at the Tilahari Hotel. Catira means beautiful women in our indigenous language, and Tilahari means green valley. Our restaurant is known in the area for being sustainable. We produce our own energy. We have about 250 kilowatts of solar panels. So we produce about 4 million colones, which is our currency, in electricity, so that helps us a lot. Catira restaurant is located at the riverbank of the San Carlos River, which is one of the longest rivers in Costa Rica and one of the biggest. It comes down from the northern, being the Central Valley, down to the northern plains, up to the Nicaragua border.
Sensoria means the land of senses. This private nature park has built over 10 miles of trails where you can take walks or long hikes and even jump into the waterfall pools while you're enjoying the sounds of nature.
Hello everybody, my name is Joaquin. I work for Sensoria, the land of senses, which is pretty much nature park. We are at the, let's say, Caribbean slope of the Rincón de la Vieja volcano, and it's a place where people come when they want to enjoy nature. What we have here for you to see, to enjoy, would be the forest itself, which is one of the most complex forests in our planet, a tropical rainforest. We do have access to a river that has light blue color, in the water, and access to some of the thermal pools inside the woods. Pretty much for nature lovers. We have everything you need over here. The only thing we're missing here, that will be you.
Pura vida, welcome to Costa Rica. I hope you're having fun and enjoying so far. I'm your captain today. We're going to take you on the plane. It's a Cessna Grand Caravan. It's an EX, the newer version. We're going to take you to Arenal. It's a 28-minute flight. Nice weather to fly today. Another day in paradise. You can see on the plane, it says Pura vida. That's what most Costa Ricans say it's everything is okay and let's be happy.
Hello my friends, my name is Sergio Juere. I am the tour guide in the VIP City Bus here in Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica. In the tour, we visit many places in Costa Rica, the Art Museum of Costa Rica, also the National Stadium of Costa Rica, the Central Market, Metropolitan Cathedral, a National Monument of Costa Rica, and the National Theater, okay? Also, we go to a place that you can eat the typical traditional food of Costa Rica, and you can see the culture, the real culture of the Costa Rican people here in this tour.
Yo te traigo esta bomba puertorriqueña. Yo te la traigo de Cupey, de Vega Baja y de Santurce, de toda parte de Puerto Rico. Esta bomba yo la dedico a toda mi gente de Puerto Rico, a la familia Fontanet, allá en Cupey.
Hello again, this is the National Stadium of Costa Rica, a football soccer stadium. In Costa Rica we love football soccer. We could say that is our second religion, and this stadium has a capacity of 35,000 people and it costs $110 million, okay? As I told you, it's very famous, the football soccer here in Costa Rica, and everybody loves soccer, okay?
Hello everybody, my name is Karen and I would like to give you a brief explanation here about the pre-Columbian art from Costa Rica. All that kind of figures that you can see here, those are replicas from the Gold Museum. Here, we produce everything here, we have a jewelry store and we made all the replicas. Those are made in silver, bronze, or if you want, we can make in gold because this is the factory. And our natives made all that and our natives believe in three main gods. The first god was the frog, means fertility, wealth, and health. Our natives believe that the frog lived in the dry season, and the rainy season those came out, and for our natives was a signal for start planting the land. The second god was the Sivu or the eagle, which means power. And they believe when a people or animal die, he came down, take the souls and back to the heaven. And the last god was the shaman or medicine man, means protection. Very important because he took care of the people when they were sick. and he had different kind of power, and he could transport in different animals of the jungle, like a crocodile and the snakes. And he was like an interforce between the tribes and the spirits. And our natives made all that kind of figures by the process called lost wax process. They made one figure in beeswax, covered the same one with a mix of charcoal and clay, and make a mold. The mold had one hole in the top and so many in the bottom. Then they melted gold in high temperature and injected the gold into the mold. Due to the heat, wax melted out and it is lost. That's why the name lost wax process. And then they break the mold and have the figure finally in gold, and polish the figure with a little stone for the brilliance. And this is the lost wax process. Replicas, all of them replicas from the Gold Museum.
I'm at Donde Chavela in the main market in San Jose, and this is a family-owned operation, and we're going to look at some of the beautiful folklorica traditional costumes. I think you have one of my size, yes?
Yeah, I think I have. Hi, I am Julio Zúñiga. I am the manager in the store Donde Chavela, where is in the Central Market from San Jose, Costa Rica. We sell a lot of souvenirs and these typical costumes.
In the back we have the National Theater, our architectural jewel. We call it a jewel. That building was built since 1890, inaugurated 7 years later until 1997. Why it took 7 years so long? Because it was a very expensive building at the time. That place was built because the necessity of the rich coffee owners to have a place that they could enjoy in the opera, the theater, the dance in the most European way. For this reason, they decided to build it. One of the long story with the taxes, the humble people of the country, the farmers were the people who create or who paid for that theater. In the beginning of the theater, they felt very disappointed and upset because after that they couldn't come inside, only the rich coffee owners. But of course, through the years that idea changed and now it's a theater for all the Costa Rican people. You're gonna see 3 sculptures. Those are the muses, daughters of Zeus. The middle one represents the muse of fame, to being famous. The left one represents the muse of music, and the right one the muse of dance. Dance, music, and fame, those are replicas.
La casa de la bachata, la 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 la, la casa del merengue, la 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 la, y la casa de la bachata. Música, 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 te traigo música, 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 música de la República. Ajá.
eco-adventure here in the Central American country of Costa Rica has been fantastic. The friendly people, bilingual guides, and superb hospitality have been great. I have enjoyed getting close to wildlife in their natural habitats and learning how the rainforests are protected. I look forward to visiting again to discover more beautiful places. On behalf of Econews and our nonprofit organization, Educational Communications, I'm Nancy Perlman wishing you a natural, unspoiled environment.